My mom called me her disappointment daughter by not being rich enough to impress her friends. You're the reason I need therapy, my mother announced during my graduation dinner, while my professors and classmates sat at nearby tables, and she held up her phone showing her friend's daughter on a yacht. If you made real money like Donna's daughter, I wouldn't have anxiety attacks every time we have book club. I just graduated summa cum laude with a teaching degree, but apparently that wasn't something she could brag about at her weekly gatherings. Mom, I'm 22. I literally just graduated an hour ago. She scrolled through more photos. Lisa's son bought her a Mercedes for Mother's Day. He's 23, 1 year older and already providing for his mother properly. Properly meaning expensive gifts she could photograph for social media. I'm starting my teaching job in August, I reminded her, but she laughed bitterly. $35,000 a year. That's what you're offering me after everything I sacrificed? My friend's kids make that in bonuses. Everything she sacrificed being the state college tuition she'd pay half of while I worked 2 jobs for the rest. You chose teaching, she said loud enough for other tables to hear. You chose to embarrass me with a poverty career. Poverty career? Teaching children was apparently poverty. Do you know what they say at book club? She continued. They ask what my daughter does and I have to say teacher like it's something shameful. They all smiled that fake smile that means they pity me. They pitied her because her daughter chose education over investment banking. Yesterday Donna showed everyone her daughter's new condo. Waterfront. $2 million. What can I show them? Your studio apartment above a laundromat? My studio apartment that I paid for myself, but that didn't matter. You did this on purpose, she said, ordering her 3rd glass of wine on my celebration dinner tab. You picked the lowest paying profession just to spite me, to make me look like a failure as a mother. A failure because I wasn't rich at 22. My mental health is destroyed, she continued. I had to increase my medication because of the stress you caused me. The pharmacist asked if I was okay and I had to lie. Couldn't tell her my daughter refuses to be successful. Refuses. Like I'd actively chosen to hurt her by becoming a teacher. I can't even go to the country club anymore, she said, wiping fake tears. Everyone there talks about their children's accomplishments and I have nothing to contribute. Nothing. You've made me a social pariah. A social pariah because her daughter teaches 3rd grade instead of trading stocks. You could have been a doctor, she said for the 1000th time. Doctors make money. Doctors give their mothers something to be proud of. But no, you had to follow your passion like that matters more than my reputation. My passion for education was apparently less important than her book club status. I'm on antidepressants because of you, she announced to the waiter when he brought the check. My daughter chose to be poor, and now I need medication to cope. The waiter looked confused and uncomfortable. Every morning I take those pills, I think about how different life would be if you'd just chosen a real career, she continued. Something that pays enough for you to take care of me properly. Buy me things. Take me on trips. Like children are supposed to do. Children were supposed to be their parents' retirement plan apparently. Janet's daughter just bought her a beach house, she said, pulling up more photos. As a thank you for raising her. What's my thank you? A teaching certificate I can't even brag about? She'd framed nothing of mine. No diplomas, no awards, no achievements, because none of them translated to money. You know I have panic attacks before book club, she said. Actual panic attacks because I know they'll ask about you, and I'll have to admit you're still just a teacher. Still making nothing. Still contributing nothing to my life. Contributing nothing except being her daughter, but that had no monetary value. The therapist says I need to accept your choices. She laughed bitterly. Accept that my only child chose to waste her potential. Accept that I'll never have what my friends have. Accept being the mother with the disappointment daughter. Disappointment daughter who graduated with honors and would teach hundreds of children but couldn't buy her a Mercedes. If you loved me, you'd get a real job, she said, signing the check I was paying. Something in finance or tech. Something that would let me hold my head up at social events instead of making excuses for why my daughter can't afford to contribute to society. Contributing to society by teaching was apparently not contributing. I wish I'd never had children, she said, standing up. Then I wouldn't have to explain why my only child chose poverty over providing for her mother. Wouldn't need therapy and medication just to cope with the shame you've brought to our family name. The shame of having a teacher for a daughter. The next week she called crying. Donna's daughter got promoted. Another 50,000 raise. I had to leave book club early. The stress you caused me is killing me. Literally killing me. She lived another 40 years spending every day reminding me how I'd ruined her mental health by not being rich enough to impress her friends.